any ideas from Team Reapers to be able to push onto that high ground, back to the defense, and the game is still on.
Yeah, definitely. If you look at the net worth chart right now, it is showing towards 7K net worth lead towards the side of Reaper hashtag. But then again, if you look at just solely the game right now, I think both teams are quite a bit on the even side here. Although Reaper hashtag do have that slight advantage of that extra gold coming in for them. And there is a buyback only on the Void Spirit and the Bara. So again, if it comes down to buyback game, both these teams do not have a lot of buybacks, and it's going to be really hard. I think it's going to be a waiting game from here on, since that Aegis was not used for anything. It was just a denial coming out from the side of Neon Esports. The only thing it does is buys more time for Neon Esports to catch up to Reaper hashtag, and we'll have to again wait and see what this game goes on from here. Because again, as once it hits that 60 minutes mark, the items are going to be insane. The 60-minute items come into play, and it's going to be interesting to see what each team gets and how they will be able to work out this
Oh,
high ground push,
Made.
because I think both teams.
Sorry to cut you off. Made is
Oh,
gonna
okay.
get caught and instantly gonna get deleted. There is an instant buyback. That's an
Yeah.
instant buyback coming out from Made. He is not gonna
Questionable.
stop. Oh, is there a charge? Okay, no, they will not be able to get him. Oh, they might be able to get him. Broodmother. Okay, they're trying to turn it around. There's gonna be a stun. The rest of the team is joining. There is the arrow being connected onto one Tiny. Might end up going down. Fortune Soul comes in. Valky throws out the trees. The stun is gonna be there. The Solar Guardian is gonna come in, and this is gonna be the TA is gonna go down. Made.
Oh,
He's looking out for an escape. Will they be able to get him? RDP again. Oh yes, there's gonna be the
that's
charge.
a dieback.
Sukimoto joins in. Made. This is gonna be a dieback. Will they be able to find anyone more? I believe not, but they will be able to find onto the high ground. They would want to walk onto the high ground. And let me tell you guys, there is only
That's pretty much
one
GG.
buyback in the game. Only Sukimoto has the buyback. Will they be able to defend a 3 versus 5? I think Team
No.
Neon would want to walk down to the base. Yes, they are looking out to
Yeah.
end the game. There's gonna be a stun. The Hex comes in onto the Broodmother. There is gonna be a new Scepter of Divinity. The 3-throw from behind the damage output. It is just gonna be enough. And yes, they will be able to take down one. The toss onto the second one. Undying is also gonna go down. The team they are patiently waiting. They're still not calling GG. Mirana is the last one who's gonna go down. And yes, Team Neon again. They have
Wow.
made an impossible comeback. I have
Yeah.
no freaking idea how has this happened. What in the world? How can these guys look so relaxed on those cameras? How in the world? But congratulations to Team Neon Esports on taking up the second game in Sky Esports
Yeah.
Championship 4.0. My god, Llama, there is so much to talk about this one game. I am
Yeah.
so impressed. Look at that scoreboard. All to you, Llama. You have all the time to talk now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fortune Soul played really, really well on this Dawnbreaker, and the itemization that he has gone for is really, really solid. The Assault Curas, the Overwhelming Blink, the Abyssal, the Deso, and the BKB all providing a lot of damage. And with that Starbreaker, he had a lot of AoE damage, and I don't think Reaper hashtag really knew how an answer for that, especially going into the later stages of the game. And both these teams went head to head. They bumped into each other quite a bit, going up and down, up and down. If you saw the graphs, it was pretty mad, because there was no clear winner until the end of the game. Because
Yep.
even the last Roshan, the battle was just for denying it, and both the teams were not able to make use of that Aegis as well. So yeah, coming down to the team plays, I think Neon Esports played slightly better when it came to team fights. But again, hashtag Reaper did their best as well. And if you look at the amount of damage coming in from individual heroes, if we look at Toy, he did do a lot of damage, and the Dawnbreaker again having that AoE damage was able to do quite a bit of damage. But I think again, Toy did more damage, even though by 1,000 he did more damage than the Dawnbreaker. Again, coming down to building damage, Toy was able to do a lot more. So I think Neon Esports just played it slightly better than hashtag Reaper in this game, and the stats show that as well, because both teams went really, really well until the ending of the game. So, yeah, well played by both teams.
Yeah, and there's something that I really want to talk about. I saw, how the net worth just went up and down, and you see, I mean, until the end of the game, what Lama has just mentioned, uh, how it has actually been. But there's something that I really want to talk about. I saw Hated jumping into the team fights, pulling out that BKB, popping it up, and then
Yeah,
he's just distracting the whole team fight. There are like some super important spells, like the early Yule Scepter for the initiation, which is coming out from Voice Spirit, got used multiple times, and he had to pop his BKB just because the rest of the team is just jumping on you. And then what actually happens is when you get later into the game, the BKB is like what 5 seconds, and then they have like a huge
yeah,
burst damage. Team Neon was really overwhelming in terms of the damage. And with that, let's just see the MVP first, and I'll talk about it in a while. So the MVP for the game is going to be Fortune Soul. Well, I mean,
hmm,
I would agree to that. The ulti is coming out from Fortune Soul with the
yeah.
extra range and the extra AOE of of the ulti of Dawnbreaker. It was just insane. Like, I think it
Yeah.
was one of the best carries I have seen in this tournament. I mean, I wasn't really expecting a Dawnbreaker to carry the game this way. What do you feel about it, Lama?
Yeah, I mean, again, if you saw the early game, the Dawnbreaker was not able to do quite as much as the TA was, even though the TA lacked the farm that Dawnbreaker had. But as we went on into the later stage of the game, once Dawnbreaker was able to secure that Assault Cuirass into that Desolator and getting that overwhelming blink, he was able to do quite a bit more compared to the TA because. Dawnbreaker again is a hero that has a lot of AoE damage and a lot of critical damage coming out from her, and not just that, she is able to get into a team fight from anywhere on the map. So when it comes down to barely looking at how both these heroes have to play, Toy has to be around his teammates most of the time when
Yep.
they are looking for a team fight. Whereas when it comes to Dawnbreaker, he can be sitting away from the entire map, like entire team. He can just be farming whatever he wants, how much ever he wants. And whenever there's a team fight initiated from his team and the team needs his help, he just uses his ultimate to get to that point. So I think when it comes down to that, Fortune Soul had a much better farming game. He was able to secure more items. So I think that's the main reason that Dawnbreaker was able to be so effective in this game, and they were able to secure a win in the end.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Team Neon, they have just performed well alongside their whole draft and their whole gameplay and the team play that it came out from them. Well, guys, we are gonna take a short break. The action has still not ended yet. We still have 3 more games to go. I mean, it could be the next game or it could be 3 more games. We have to find out. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back right after a short break.
Match found. Select your agent.
Cool. Let's go.
Don't worry, everyone. I won't tell them what scares you. Promise.
Many enemies, eh?
Zack, out of charges. Lights out.
Last player standing. Thirty seconds left.
Their sage is a coward hiding behind walls. Grow a spine already! Cutting through.
Enemy A. Enemy down.
Spike down B.
Time to jump.